wonderful dogs, feathers falling from the sky, and beautiful women. You will find it all at the biggest Polish hunting event for hunters and hunting enthusiasts. Welcome to the new episode of Eurohunters. The previous episode was only a warm-up for our new reporter. Shooting a few pheasants fueled his appetite for more, and that's why he's heading for another hunt with his somewhat crazy director, in hope of getting an even better score. Meanwhile, our old buddy Heros, which is a bit more experienced with hunting, will take over the camera. The four-legged tracker is not the only veteran at Hubertus in Spała. Many hunters who came here for the first time and felt the atmosphere of the festival gladly come back for more. It's certainly not the last time for Jarek either, but let's not jump to conclusions.
Broń gotowa.
The rifles are ready, we're standing in front of the third cover. I hope we're very lucky this time. We've shot a pheasant in the second drive, so now we'll shoot more. Third one. Well said. It looks like it's going to be the best drive. Jarek wasn't the only one with Hubertus's blessing. This time Heros will have his hands full with work. I mean his paws full. His muzzle, that is. That's it. Good doggy. After a full-scale invasion of pheasants, we have a moment of peace. That's not bad at all. We don't want our colleagues to overheat their barrels. It's not over yet. You have to remain concentrated and prepared until you hear the signal. After a day of intensive shooting, we need to collect our bag. You need just one fat pheasant for a tasty broth. This means some hunters will have supplies for weeks to come. Jarek would also like to have supplies for more than just one pot of soup, so he's searching the young spiky growth with a dedication of a well-trained Labrador. Now we can boast with one more bag, which means we've downed 3 cocks in this drive. I'm happy that my average score is improving. We started with a miss in the first drive, then on the second it was 1 pheasant, and then 3 in the third drive. I've got the power.
Jest power.
Others also feel on top of the world and show great dedication. The youngest lad on the hunt, for example. He's actively helping his dad and at the same time learning about teamwork and discipline. As it turns out, you need more than a good dog for wing shooting. A woman that goes where the devil fears to enter will come in handy as well. You've got another one. Is it this one? We've just finished the hunt. As you can see, the weather is excellent. It's a beautiful day and spirits are high. Nature has been kind to us too. My colleagues are happy and smiling. I'm glad myself because I've downed 4 pheasants.
tej chwili dojeżdżamy na
We'll soon reach the place of our display of bag, which marks the end of the hunt. We'll count the birds and then drive to Spawa for the closing event.
Na ten główny ceremoniał już ostateczny do Spawa.
Tasty sausages are the best lure for starving hunters. But before they sit down around the tables, they need to unload the pickup truck and lay out the bag. This will be an opportunity to count the pheasants and award both the best shooters and those who went wide of the mark. Looking at the number of birds shot, though, you can see that all colleagues took the hunt seriously and trained hard at the shooting range. As you work, so you earn, right?
Bardzo chciałem podziękować za
I would like to thank you for a safe, friendly and sociable hunt, which we spent in a nice atmosphere. In total, we have harvested 60 pheasants, and today's queen of the hunt is Jolanta.
60 kogutów bażantów i królewną polowania została koleżanka Jolanta, wnuczek.
Na zakończenie polowania
At the end of the hunt, we received nice and interesting small gifts. Inside, we find maps which show the places we've been to, plus all tourist and hunting attractions. A nice treat for the evening. We can then tell our friends where we've been, what we've done, and what for. Another nice element of the Hubertus hunting trip. As you can see, dear viewers, it's worth packing your things and going to Spawa at least once a year. And congratulations to the only Diana among us. The crown of the king, or rather the queen of the hunt, is a precious trophy. It also proves that when it comes to shooting in the forest, women are a match for men. In short, a round of applause for the ladies and the organizers. And for the other hunters, they deserve it too. After the hunt, we traveled as fast as lightning to the display of bag ceremony, which was organized in the center of Spawa and gathered a big crowd. Naturally, some of the guests who came were important figures in the Polish hunting community. There were also brave politicians who don't shy away from being associated with hunters. The whole event was neatly organized to leave the audience with excellent memories of Hubertus. There wasn't much bag during the display, but anyone who has ever attended Hubertus in Spawa knows that it's not about the result of the hunt, but the already mentioned friendly atmosphere. We could go on describing everything for hours, but it still won't convey a first-hand experience. Luckily, it's an annual event, so everyone who missed the show has a chance to visit Spawa in a year, or even less than a year. And just like today, they will have a chance to see many great exhibitions and shows, with such highlights as a presentation of hunting dogs. And since the weather is always perfect at this time of year in Spawa, you can take a ride on a horse carriage or go for a walk in the forest. There was also much to see and do on the second day of the event. On Sunday, competitors crowded the place to take part in a run, or rather a small marathon. Many legends of athletics made an appearance, among them Wanda Panfil. The attractions of the second day were mostly addressed to fans of horses, but there were also other events, such as a falconry show. A lot of people came on that day as well. This means that Hubertus in Spawa will once again stand for a completely different image of hunters and hunting than what's presented by the sensation-seeking media. Fortunately, not everyone in the world of television is bloodthirsty. Definitely not Jarek, who has every right to be tired after a day full of excitement. It looks like we'll say goodnight then.
Dzień dobiega końca.
It's getting late. The Spawa Hubertus is coming to an end. I'm tired, exhausted, but also very happy. What experience, what emotions, what fantastic people and hunting. I really admire the members of hunting club Czajka from Łódź. The guys work really hard. Good job. I'm very impressed. The event enjoys a great reception among hunters and non-hunters alike. I'm tired but happy. I'll definitely come here again.
Jestem zmęczony, ale szczęśliwy. Na pewno jeszcze raz tutaj powrócę.
This proves that a hunting event doesn't have to be boring, and it's not all yet. After the hunt and the festival, it's time for a great hunting feast in the garden near the President Hotel in Spawa. It's a complex of buildings owned by our friend Wojtek, an excellent and passionate hunter. As a host, he invites hunters to a feast of the best Slavic kind. The second day of the Spawa Hubertus is a unique opportunity for everyone passionate about horses. That's because Saint Hubertus is also a patron of horse riders, and for this reason hunting events are often organized together with horse festivals. The most interesting part for us was the main attraction of the day, the fox chase. It is a traditional horse race with one rider wearing a fox brush. In order to win, you need to chase the rider and catch the brush. It is a really spectacular show that ends when someone catches the fox brush. The lucky winner of this year's competition will become the next year's fox. In short, all eyes were on horses on the second day. The Spawa Hunting Festival takes place every year at the end of October, when the season of collective hunts opens in Poland. Perhaps Spawa should be added to the itinerary of every adventure seeker or hunting enthusiast.